Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another 7 Days of BGM live, listening, party. Right now, pound the desk. My microphone's attached to it. I don't know that. Hope everyone's doing great. I am super excited for, uh, I'm super excited for some awesome music once again. Audio quality really weird for Steven. Can you tell me? Oh my goodness, my brother figured out. Can you tell me what really weird means? And I'm back. And let me see what mine. Let's see here. No change to audio. Still fuzzy. One moment. How about? Oh, hey. How about that? That sounds like double audio. That sounds like way too much audio. Better. Do you hear an echo? I hear an echo. You don't hear an echo. That's great. Okay, hold on. Check. All right. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's here sounds crystal clear. Crystal clear. That's not a phrase. Crystal clear to you. Fantastic. All right. Well, we'll see how we do here. I can hear myself on the briefest of delays, which hopefully won't drive me slowly insane throughout the broadcast. But I think we'll be okay. So let's get going. So we have, I've been super excited for this specific challenge and this specific theme because this past week, for any of you who have participated, the theme for this month has been kids' games. And as someone who has two small humans whom I'm in charge of keeping alive and well, I hear kids' game music a lot. Stephen, yes, we have the crew. Where are they? Yep. There they are. And we will be joined by said small humans, hopefully shortly, once they have lowered their loudness and energy levels just a little bit. They're doing some brief meditations in the other room just to really recenter themselves. But anyways, so yeah, this kids game stuff has been super exciting for me to listen to because I hear it a lot, and I think that it's just a really exciting market opportunity that not a lot of people think about. It's something that, I hear people all the time talk about how they want to write for RPGs, especially JRPGs, and that's awesome, but in terms of like North American and European opportunities to make money, there's a part of like you gotta kind of know and kind of go a little bit where the money is, and I think that the kids game market is just exploding, especially with the pandemic. You've got so much more screen time happening, and I just think it's just an awesome market to tap into. Hint, hint, for people who are really looking to make a living. So let's get some music going. This time was a little different. Usually we try to keep it, my wife and I go through all the pieces of music, and we try to pick a few from each day. This time was very difficult to do that because day one was incredible. Day one's music, there were so many amazing day one pieces. We got to the end of day one and we were like, oh crap. Like, this is going to be, if this is what we're going to have to do for every day, this is going to be very difficult to pare it down, and we're going to have like a 4-hour stream, which I was just not ready to do. So luckily, though, y'all like chilled out a little bit after that, which is helpful to us. But day one, we're going to have several more than usual for day one, and then it's going to kind of taper off as we go. So oh, here we go. This is a good one. Legitimate concern about scoring for kids games. I'm nervous about getting stereotyped and pigeonholed into kids games only. To that, I would say name 5 to 10 composers who write for kids games. And if you can't, I can't, it's because they're out there, but their names aren't getting paraded around as much. It's more of like an understated market, I think. It's like puzzle games. You don't necessarily know every composer for every game, but the highest grossing games a lot of the times have composers that are not famous within the industry. They're not, they're not household names always necessarily. So I think that, getting pigeonholed is like part your personal brand, but also it's part like who you know. And if you keep networking and building relationships beyond that niche of kids games, and you should be able to grow and develop from there. Totally legitimate, totally awesome concern. Thanks for bringing it up, Steven. Anyways, we're getting to music now, Steven and everyone else. Let's hear day one. This was super Animal Crossing inspired, and it's super pleasant. This is from Monsters, who shared his music, I believe, on YouTube and on Facebook. We're going to fire it up over on the YouTubes real quick here. And this is his day one. The first day one's prompt was like a title screen prompt for, no thanks, I don't want that, thanks, for folks. So think title screen, kids games, got to be warm, got to be fuzzy, got to be just lovely, poppy, and inviting. Here we go. Tell me how the audio is, because I'm doing something a little different tonight. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Nothing? Hey, can you hear me? You can hear me? Good. Give me an emoji if you can hear the mic. Good. Let's see if you can hear the music. Let's see. Can you hear the music? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the music, or a yes. There we go. Excellent. Cool. We're going to try that one again. New setup today. Working out the kinks. Let's see how we do. Okay. We have the co-hosts have arrived. Calvin, you want to say hi?
This unforgettable vacation memory.
You can say hi. Like
It didn't actually begin
There
here.
we go. That's louder.
This memory began when Dad booked his family's summer
All right.
vacation early on Verbo.
And Henry,
Book
you wanna
early,
say hi?
cancel if you need to.
Hi.
All right. So they are going to be my co-hosts. Hopefully. Can I get arm out of the way? Oh, I need a bigger chair. Ugh, okay. All right. Now listen. Who's in charge of the microphone?
Help me.
You? That's incorrect. You failed the game show. All right. So that is a don't touch thing. That's what that's gonna be. Okay. All right. We're gonna leave that one. Yep. This is gonna either be a great idea or a terrible idea. We'll find out together live. It's gonna be great. Okay. So, kiddos, we just heard the first track from Monsters over on YouTube. I'm gonna try.
Can I see it? I didn't see it.
Can you see? You didn't. See, well, how about you see the next one? It's gonna be really fun. All right. So, do you want to show? Who do you have there? Who's that, Calvin?
Okay.
Who's that?
Gyarados.
Gyarados. Cool.
That's Gyarados. It's a water type Pokemon.
Totally. Water type Pokemon. The atrocious. You can't turn off the microphone though. Can I move my head? Not easily. No, not easily.
Like this.
Okay, so the next for our next track, you couldn't hear the whole track. I think what happened is that as soon as I removed my video from the stream, it cut the audio, which is just going to be a fun nuance for me to figure out later.
What's my job?
Your job is you're going to help me introduce the tracks, okay? You're going to say who did what, all right? You ready for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what to say next. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't touch that, okay? Keep turning the microphone off. It's not helpful.
Callie.
I know. Hang on, Cal. It's Hemi's turn. Hold on.
Hi.
Hi, yeah, it's Hemi's turn though, okay? You can wish. I don't know why my computer's frozen now. Maybe it's because you've turned the microphone on off 18 times.
Hello,
Gyarados. Okay.
I'm
For this next one is from, can you say?
It's Cody Mental.
That's so close to Cody Mitchell is who the name actually is.
Cody Mitchell.
Mitchell, yep. Say Cody Mitchell.
Cody Mitchell.
Totally. Over on Instagram. Yep, that's it. So we're going to listen to Cody Mitchell's Day 1, which is a title screen. Here we go. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. Boys, ready to listen to this? Okay, so hold on. I think we figured it out. So if I mute my microphone, every time I mute the microphone, cool, that's great. All right, well we're gonna just figure that out. Then. All right, here we go. You'll just hear our background commentary. It's gonna be really great. You hear it? Okay. All right. We did it. Thank goodness. Woo! What did you think of that one, bud?
It was fine.
It was fine. You're going to get a lot of kid honesty tonight. So for those of you who don't have small children or aren't around a lot of small children, it can be brutal. So we're going to use kind words, though, all night tonight. You're not going to rip apart my head. Did you just rip apart my headphones?
No.
You did. All right. Just hold them on your ear. Just hold them on your ear. Okay.
It wasn't like that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's not rip it apart anymore. All right. Remember that day that Dad had to buy new headphones? Now it's today. All right. So, whew, you're still hearing it. You're still hearing what? Oh, you're still hearing the music. Ha ha ha. Okay. Let me do this. Stop stream. I bet. How's that? Good. It was fine. So I think so. Fotis, thanks for the recommendation. I'll check that out. I just installed a piece of software to help me with this, and then I set it up, and then my littlest crawled under the desk and hit the power switch on the computer and shut everything down. And I had about, 30 seconds to set everything back up before I pushed the go live button. So this is a nice little test run. We're gonna enjoy this together. But yeah, PM it to me. That'd be awesome. Okay. All right. So, Henry, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo's your favorite? I don't believe you. I thought it was Charizard. No? Okay. All right. Well, there we go. All right, so for our third track of the night, this is another day one track. We've got like 7 day one tracks. Day one was nuts. For our third day one track, we have Andrea Moon. Let's hear Andrea Moon's day one. Welcome to Cosmic Kingdom. You want to get in on the action? There you go. Here, put it on this ear. That's better. Here we go. You don't hear anything, I bet, do you? You don't hear anything at home. Oh my goodness. Let's try this again. You just go sing it for us? That's awesome. Here we go. Andrea Moon for real this time.
I can't hear it.
Oh, you did hear it. That's strange. Very weird.
They must have tricked you. What'd you think of that one, buddy? And there's a special. There wasn't a special thing at the end.
There wasn't a special thing at the end. But otherwise, other than that lack of a special thing at the end, what'd you think of the song?
Okay.
No. What are you, Sinatra? You're going to keep this on the arm, okay? All right, you want to hold it? All right, fine, whatever.
It was good.
It was good? That's all you got?
It was good. And
And what?
look at that guy.
Yeah. Oh, you're seeing the little people's thing. Yep. Pistachio turtle. Your avatar has been noticed and appreciated.
Yeah, my dad's just joking.
It's a good thing you're here to announce that. Otherwise, I think no one would have any idea when I'm joking. I'm very subtle about it. All right. Here we go. Day 4 is Mr. Stephen Rader. All right, Stephen. Let's see what we got here.
Who's Steven? Me. Jingle Bell Rock.
Who knew Steven could be so pleasant? Love it. That's really fun. I love the whistling. What'd you think, Henry? You gotta leave it here though, because I think that we keep hitting the on and off button when you pull it out. So you just move it closer to your face. You can hold it like that. Yeah, that's fine. What'd you think? You don't have to eat the microphone. I know.
The microphone.
What'd you think of the song?
It was good.
It was good. Kid approved. Excellent. Kid tested. Holzman approved. All right. For our next track here. Yeah, I love the whistling in that. That was a lot of fun. Maybe you got to keep it on though.
I did.
You got to keep this right here, okay? Because I said so. Famous dad quote. All right. So for this next one, we've got. What are you doing? You're gonna drive me cray. Look at this. Do I look like I'm ready for gray hairs?
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot. All right, here we go. Here's the next track. Are you going to listen? Or are you just going to... Here we go. Good. Here's David McCree with his Day One. Pretty fast, huh?
And there was something special at the end.
Which is a big check mark. We have to check that box. So
No.
No.
It was the
Okay. What did you see what did you imagine when you were listening to it? Did you imagine anything? What did it sound like to you?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, that's fine. All right, cool.
It kind of sounded like a movement break.
Like what?
A movement break.
A movement break. Oh, so it's cool. Yeah, we have movement breaks. Yeah, so it kind of sounded like a fun movement break. We can't push the buttons on the keyboard, okay? You might do something crazy. All right. Take my money. I don't know who's taking your money and why, but I'll get in line for that. I'll take someone's money. All right, great, cool. Awesome. So, Dave, that was super fun. Super peppy. I love the like the bass thingy. It was like remember that part? You remember how it went like that? Yep, that was my favorite part too. That part, yeah. All right, here we go. Giovanni Canzanella, an Academy member, is another Academy member. We've had a couple so far. This is his day one. This is the last day one of this day. And this is his title screen entry. Here we go. So fun. Did you hear that one? Did you like that one? What did you think?
A little bit.
A little bit. You liked it a little bit. Okay. What did you like about it?
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. That we don't need to use. That was just we don't need that one right now. Okay, we'll leave that one right. Awesome. So that concludes day one. This is obviously a bit of a different listening party, but we're gonna have a good time with it. Mwah. All right. Are you having fun? Mm-hmm. Excellent. That's the most important thing. All right. Here we go. Stuck the landing with the end. Yeah, you gotta make sure you get something special at the end. All right. So we're going to move on to day 2, and this one is from Daniel Bergman. Daniel had a couple of ones we had a tough time picking from. So here we go. Here's Daniel Bergman's. How did that one make you feel listening to that one?
There's no fun part at the end.
Okay. Well, even though there was a fun part maybe at the end, how did that make you feel listening to it?
Good.
Good? Yeah? Did it make you feel super excited or calm?
Super excited.
Super excited. Excellent. It made me feel really calm because it was nice and quiet and slow. Oh my goodness. These headphones are completely toast. Oh dear. You're going to hold on to that one. That's yours. Okay?
Mine?
Yeah, it's yours. Special for you. All right. So that was called... Oh, yeah. So thank you, Holly Wife, for the New Kid title. Yeah, the New Kid. I love that as a character customization. Am I going to put this back on and then just take it off every single time I play a piece of music? Oh, good. Now, at least we're honest about it. Okay. All right. So that was day 2, Daniel Bergman. We're going to move on to Jonathan Couch. And while I pull this one up, just remember, everyone, if yours was not picked, it has nothing to do with whether or not it was good or not. It's just our personal preferences listening to hundreds of these tracks at once. And we just can't possibly fit all the ones we like into the broadcast. Otherwise, we'd be here until midnight. And that would be exhausting. So we always have to pick and choose our favorites. It can be hard to pick favorites sometimes, can't it? Yeah, it can be hard to pick favorites. So just keep that in mind while we listen to Jonathan Couch, day 2. Here we go. Okay, and that's why we're keeping this in the arm. All right, because we don't want to drop it and break Daddy's microphone and make me sad. Okay, so that was lovely. Yeah, I liked how it had a score. That was really nice. I always like a score. That helps me follow along and digest. What did you think of that one, buddy?
Good.
Good? Kid approved. You got the stamp. All right, add it to your resume. One 5-year-old has approved. Here is now this one. Not only did I like the music from Mike Hollingsworth, but I also loved the title because this day 2 prompt was for character customization. So like in a game when you're picking and choosing what your character looks like, but in a kid's game, that's usually like the equivalent of like choosing which hat and maybe which color shirt they're wearing. And like, that's it. And I love this idea though of building a buddy. It made me think of like a Build-A-Bear workshop and like you're actually building your character or building like your character's best friend, which is kind of neat. So here is Build a Buddy by Mike Hollingsworth. What'd you think? You can put that down now. What'd you think?
It was good.
It was good, compelling, rich feedback. Love it. Disney's Tarzan, it did kind of sound a little trash in the campy. Yeah. But cool. Love it. That one was super fun. And again, like I said, I love the title and the idea. Very light. I like how like it was not super busy. It had a lot of space. Things kind of weaved in and out. A lot of fun. Loved it. All right. We are moving right along to day 3. This next one, this is, what's the silliest, craziest thing that's happened at school?
What do you mean?
Actually, we're not going to, maybe we don't want to add any kids at school. What's something silly or crazy that your brother's done? He's running, and what happens when he runs? What does he do when he's going crazy?
He throws things around.
He throws things around, and does he run around real fast?
Yeah.
And does he yell really loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of what that's about. Day 3's prompt was about crazy, silly antics, things just going awry in a very kid-friendly way. Which we could write books about with you and your brother. Here is Fosco Zamba. So let's say that right. You know what it kind of had at the end there? Kind of had a special thing at the end, don't you think?
It was a.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. What did you think of that one, buddy?
It was good.
It was good. Lots of good ones tonight. That's fantastic news. Yeah, so that was fun. I could definitely hear the hamsters breaking out of the cage at the school classroom or something like that, like something crazy and silly. I know. We don't want that to happen, do we?
No.
Can you imagine all the Pokemon escaping their Pokeballs all at once? That would be crazy, wouldn't it? How many Pokemon would that be for you?
A lot.
A lot. It'd be like 100, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be too many to catch all at once.
There's 150 Pokemon in the world.
151, sir. You were forgetting Mew, and we're only at Generation 1, folks. So
And
take it easy.
Mewtwo.
And Mewtwo. But Mew is number 151.
Wow.
Speaking of silly, crazy antics,
Oh, dirty. Now there's a silly baby in the house now. Little turn.
all right, moving right along to Jeff Morkel. This is his day 3. Hey. No, thank you. Oh, you getting your favorite, Calvin? You get your favorite Pokemon up there? Each of you get your favorites. All right, here is Jeff Morkel's day 3. I love the gym teacher whistle in there. That's one of my favorites. What's up? What? Tiny and big?
It was good. Oh, God.
Yeah. You want to say something?
God.
It was good. The 2-year-old approves. Can you want to hold up your Pokemon and show who do you have there? Who's your favorite there? Oh, you don't say it like that. How do you say it when you got... Here, hold him up. Show everyone on the camera. What's his name? And what does he do when he attacks? Oh, you got to say it real loud. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's it. He runs around and yells, Blastoise water gun! Psh! Blastoise water gun! Psh! At me pretty much all morning. So, there's that. And... as I said earlier, I will be sending out the links to all these later. Usually I send them out via the chat throughout, but as you can probably guess right now, it's a little bit difficult for me to do that. So we're going to keep moving things right along, but Jeff, awesome track. Thank you so much for that one. We're going to go on to Zegram over on Instagram. Calvin, what are you doing? What are you doing? Here we go. Wait a minute. I think we're playing the same track. What do you got there, buddy? Okay. Yeah. Can I hold that picture, though, for you? I think that... What? I know. Goodness. That's you? I think we have a double entry here. But this is kind of cool because you can actually see the play. So I'm going to let it fly. We have a double feature from Jeff here. You gotta have the big finish at the end where you just off of the piano. Yeah. I wish I could play piano that well. That would be fun. But I can't. So there we go. There's Jeff. It sounds like a live saxophone to me. If it's not, then I want to know where he got that VST. It sounds it sounds pretty good to me. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that job. So that was day 3. Okay. This is definitely a different kind of pace for me with these things over here. So hopefully you're all enjoying yourselves and my chaos. So we're going to move along to day 4. And this is Catherine Capozzi. Now, there are always a couple of troublemakers when we're picking tracks that we just cannot only show one of their days. Mike Hollingsworth earlier was one, and Catherine Capozzi, who we're just about to hear, is another troublemaker. So here we go with day 4. Now this, we got the title screen, we got the character customization, we got like the conflict of like the crazy silly thing happening, and now we kind of bring it back to like the home screen where kids sort of pick which activity they do or which virtual pet to pick to interact with or whatever. And this is like kind of like almost like the JRPG equivalent of like the town theme. Everything's chill, everything's happy, there's nothing crazy going on. It's a nice peaceful place. And so this is Catherine Capozzi's day 4. Hey, happy Super Cat. Someone said in the comments, where was that? Definitely teacher friendly. I have firsthand experience that this is true. Catherine, if you put that to a really fun animated video of like just a cartoon character doing different motions and threw that on YouTube and called it a movement break, like Henry was saying earlier, I bet that thing would do well. I'm just saying. That is a happy song that made me feel happy. It made me smile. The vocals I loved. I loved exactly where you placed them in the mix. I always love when people do vocals, but it was just such a nice, happy sounding thing. It was happy. It was all happy. So there we go. So much to say about that one. But I will send out the links later so everyone can listen again and again and again. So thanks so much for that, Catherine. Really fun. All right, so this next one, this next person, I've got to ask, hopefully, I think I saw this person in the chat. It appears that your last name is Thanos. And I have 2 questions. One, Alexa, is that the right way to pronounce it? And 2, if it is the right way to pronounce your last name, how much was that either awesome or terrible when Avengers Infinity War happened? Because I can only imagine the jokes. But this is another... Alexa, we had a really hard time. We actually, I think my wife and I we debated which of your tracks to put in, because it was a very hard choice. Ultimately, we ended up with this one, but we really loved your day. I think it was their day 3 as well. There we go. Awesome. So it is. So your last name is Thanos. That's amazing, and it was really awesome. I can't imagine. Yeah, I mean, that you must pull some serious swagger being able to walk into a room and like Your Name is Thanos and everyone knows it around that time when everyone's so stressed out about that movie. That must have been really fun. I remember when I was teaching at a very strict middle school at the time, a student one day, I had to bring the hammer down on a class, and this one student just looked at me and was like, "You're like the Thanos of teachers," and I was just like, and it was a nice moment for me. I really was enjoying that. So I can't only imagine. But this is Alexa's Peaceful Playhouse, day 4. Really loved hearing it, and I encourage you to check out her other days as well. Here we go. Goodness, so pleasant. Someone put that in a baby diapers commercial. That'll sell. That'll move those diapers off the shelves. That's super pleasant. I love when anyone uses live vocals for a couple of reasons. One is that I feel like it adds something that only the human voice can add to a track. And then the other thing, and Fotis kind of I'm not sure I can really put into words what I'm feeling about that, but Fotis also kind of said that any kid can sing dee-da-dee-da, and that to me is such a powerful thing that children would be singing along with this really easy to digest and super pleasant melody. The other thing about it is that whenever anyone puts their voice out there, I always feel like it's super gutsy because it's literally the physical representation of the music that you can make with your body. And it's a very vulnerable thing, I think is what I'm trying to say. And I just love it. I'm a sucker for whenever anyone puts their real voice out there. So keep it coming, folks. And Alexa, thanks so much for that track. That was awesome. All right, we're going to move right along to, this is Christy Roller, another debate. This one was also a heated discussion. I won this one, and I was really excited. Christy always does really cool stuff, and I'm really curious. I don't know if Christy, if you're here tonight in the audience, but Christy always does these really cool piano type scores using I think MuseScore. Is it MuseScore that she uses? And they always are very cool and very clever, and I really enjoy them. But the this one is actually really different because she plays her cello live, which I always love when people put themselves out there live. I think it's really extra cool. But also it makes me wonder if she's really a piano player or not, because if she's not really a piano player and she's a cello player, she writes darn good for piano. And so y'all should go take some notes. If you need any tips on writing for piano, you should go look at her other stuff, her other days, her other scores from the other challenges. I think this is her third or fourth challenge she's done, because she writes very cleverly and very well for the piano. But this is a live Lighthouse reel. Here we go. Yes. Get your mugs and dance. That's fun. Look, she's so happy just having played it. It's such a fun song. Love that. And so much better than the cello at I am. I have to teach cello, and so I know how difficult an instrument it is to pick up and try to learn. Super, super awesome. So awesome. Thank you so much, Christy, for that live performance. Loved that. Would love to hear it developed into a full piece as well. Great. Thank you, Hully Wife, my lovely wife, who is dropping links in the chat while watching two children. So I couldn't do it. She can. So that kind of shows you, who's got more ability to juggle things in this house. All right, so this next one is from Joel Blanco Berg. Joel Blanco Berg. This is called Peaceful Garden, if I recall correctly. Here we go. Now that's the kind of track where it kind of reminds me of the effect that in Kingdom Hearts 1, Traverse Town had this really pleasant track that had like a soprano sax and an acoustic guitar, like a real soprano sax and then an acoustic guitar. And but it was super pleasant. And I remember that like I would play it up super late at night, and I would ultimately in college like pass out playing the game. And I would pass out in Traverse Town, and the music would just like do me in. And then I'd wake up like a couple hours later, and it'd be like 3 or 4 a.m., and I'd be super confused, but that music would be playing, and it'd just be a super pleasant way to fall asleep and wake up. And it's just like, I'm not upset at all that this has been playing the entire time I've been asleep. And that's kind of the feeling that I got from that. It's super peaceful. Love that one. So thanks so much, Joel, for that. Love that piece. Before we go on to day 5, I want to just pause and just remind people a couple of things. One is that we do this every month. This month was a little bit delayed because I wanted to try to get the kids involved tonight a little bit. And the other reason, and the other thing I wanted you to know is that April 7th is usually the start date. So if you're not someone who's participated in one of these before, I encourage you to sign up. These are all very, very well done and very finished sounding tracks, but literally a few bars scratched on a napkin, a melody hummed into your iPhone Memos app, those would all be sufficient entries. So you don't have to go above and beyond. There's a cat and mouse game going on that you can't see right now. This is a through room, so Calvin He's eating chapstick. Oh, gross. I didn't hear that until it was too late. He was. He was running and just making mom continue running back and forth because he knows that mom's trying to stay off camera. So he's playing his advantage there while eating chopstick, apparently. But hey, non-toxic, still gross. So anyways, yes. Please sign up at vgmacademy.com/7days if you haven't. And if you're watching this later on, I encourage you to sign up. We'd love to have more and more people. Next month's might be pretty crazy. So you should sign up. Additionally, we'd love to have you join the Members Network. We've got several Academy members. If you're an Academy member in the house tonight, drop some love in the chat if you don't mind. We are a tight-knit group of composers who meet twice a month to listen to each other's tracks and give pretty candid, pretty specific, constructive, or positive feedback, as well as meeting with an industry expert each month to have a private Q&A. Last month, we actually did something a little different where we had a live masterclass where members got to have a AAA composer, Tom Salta, listen to their tracks live and give them feedback, which was, I think, an awesome opportunity. I loved being able to just sit back and watch and let that kind of interaction happen directly between these members and that AAA composer. And we'd love for you to have opportunities like that in the future, as well as just these opportunities to have these like close group, small group, private sessions with industry experts like Darren Korb, Gareth Coker, Penka Koniva. We've had a lot of people in the past, so we just would love for you to join us. Go to vgmacademy.com/free. You can sign up for a free month, give it a try, and hopefully you stick around. We'd love to have you. Oh, yeah, Tom Salta made me smile so much. Mark, great group of supportive folks. Love it. Yeah, it's like a little family, and it's great. Rep that VG. Thanks, folks. I'm trying to show you on the screen, but it won't. There it is. Boom. All right, cool. VGMA represent. Yes, Steven as well. Fotis is a member. We got Catherine. I'd like to thank the Academy. I would like to thank the Academy, always. Not just the Members Network, but the entire Academy. I'm just super grateful for such a great group of people to hang out with every month. All right, so we're moving on to day 5. We've left the peacefulness behind. This is like the equivalent of a kids' battle. Not a kids' battle. This is like a kids' equivalent of battle music. A kids' battle sounds worse. This is like what the conflict would be in a kids' game, but it's usually nonviolent. But it's got that same sense of urgency that a battle might. It has that implication of stakes and implication of maybe something going wrong or maybe something happening fast, but not necessarily scary or overly complicated. So this is like kids' battle music, which does not mean kids fighting each other. That would be bad. Here we go with Mike Hollingsworth, a repeat offender tonight. Love it. Awesome. So fun. Rhythmically, super fun. it's always great to be fun with your instrument choices. It's always great to be fun with your melody. But there's so much that you can do rhythmically that just kind of goes untapped a lot of the times. And that was a rhythmically very clever and well executed and just super, super groovy piece. So loved it. Awesome. Yep. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the do, and the nice thing is that when a kid's singing, when a kid is singing in elementary school, a lot of the things that we teach them, because I teach elementary school music, and a lot of things that we teach them are just super simple melodic patterns. We don't even necessarily put the solfege to it right away, but we're we're not hammering it to them, but we are reinforcing, major and pentatonic and minor basic solfege patterns. And so having it sort of echo that is really kind of on point as far as I'm concerned. So love it. Awesome job, Mike. Catherine is another repeat offender here. So we're going to fire up Catherine's next one. Now, Catherine had this like Super Cat theme throughout hers, Supersonic Cat, I think, if I remember correctly. And the last one was Hey, Happy Super Cat. And this is Super Science Cat. Here we go. Now, I would say that Henry's not here to judge, but I would say that was definitely qualifies as a special thing at the end there. So I'm going to go ahead and just check that box for you. Well done. That was fun. That was awesome. And I love the sound effects and things like that in there that you weaved in. Really cool. That was a very special thing at the end. Yes. Awesome. Special Smash Brothers thing at the end. I have to go back and listen. All right. So we're moving on to day 6. So that was like the fight music. All right. Day 6 is like, or not like the fight music, but like a fun challenge, I think is what I said. It's a fun challenge. So it's like a mini game. It's a tough challenge you have to accomplish. There's always a point, though, when you start running out of time or things get a little more intense. Usually it's a time thing. And this challenge, day 6, was all about kind of cueing that time is running out and then cueing a different track up or a different spin on the previous track to indicate that just things are getting faster, things are getting more urgent, but for kids. And I talked about it in the email in Pokemon Smile, the app that my kids use every night to brush their teeth. You set the timer for 2 minutes, and then there's a little Pokemon, they're like little shadow Pokemon that are like trying to give your teeth cavities on the screen, and then they have to fight them off the whole time. But then during the last 30 seconds, a wild Pokemon appears, and it's covered in like purple, like shadowy looking, like it's supposed to be plaque, but it, hopefully your plaque isn't actually purple. So the last 30 seconds are like, it's go time. You have to really brush the teeth during those last 30 seconds to clean the Pokemon. Otherwise, you won't catch the Pokemon. So this is kind of like that. Same thing with like the original Super Mario Brothers. Completely wrong key, but you know what I mean. So let's give it a listen. Here is day 6, Daniel Bergman, and this track is called Brainbuster Time Running Out. Here we go. Loved that transition. That was a fun transition. Really cool. Awesome. Nailed the transition. Love it. And I like how it kind of transitioned into like a Zelda forest. That was really cool. And I also like that the more urgent music was not necessarily noisier, louder, busier. It still had a lot of room and space, which I think is really important for kids' games. And I think that it was really... Was this a Shape game composer? I don't remember if it was a Shape game. Let's find out together. No. I think you're thinking of I think I know what you're thinking of, but I don't think this is it. So yeah, I really loved that like didn't necessarily get like super loud and crazy. It was still restrained enough where it wasn't gonna like overwhelm a kid. Because if you make things too noisy or crazy or hectic, it can be a lot of stimulation for a kid. So really awesome. Hey, yeah, there's the Shape game. Cool. All right, here we go. This is Time Turner Productions on Instagram. This is their day 6. Let's give it a listen. Nice. That's fun. Well, that's a nice little intro. Little transition there we didn't hear the first time through. Awesome. Yeah, really fun. Really, I'd say it's like a really pleasant thing. I think it leaves a lot of room for sound effects. Is what I think I really like about it. You could have like more hectic kind of zany sound effects going on over top of that, and it would totally work. So yeah, really cool. Alrighty, so let's see here. The next track we have going here is Giovanni again, Giovanni Canzanella, day 6. This is his. Let me get the link right there. There we go. This is his day 6. Here we go. Just twists the dagger right at the end there. Yeah, that I completely agree with Alexa Thanos there. That it makes you feel stressed, in a good way. I that could have definitely been the music playing in the background after the little guy shut down the entire computer desk. Literally everything plugged into this entire wall 4 minutes before I had to push the go live button. And my computer takes like 3.5 minutes to restart. So that definitely could have been what was going on. And then that moment where like everything suddenly slows down at the end when it's the final, really final moments. It's very clever, very well executed. Loved it. Inspired by true events. So yeah, cool. All right, we're coming down to day 7. This track is from Nile, and let me fire it up here. This now day 7. In a kid's game, the ending. There's usually not necessarily a big boss, but if there is like a boss or anything like that, it's like kind of a silly boss. It's not like a super intimidating, scary boss. It's like Wizpig in Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong Racing. It's like, let's see. If you've ever played the Kingdom Hearts mobile game, it's like every boss in there is like kind of like a caricature of a fight. It's cutesy. It's like battle turned cutesy. And any villain in a Kirby game, yes, every Kirby villain ever. And I'm sure lots more that I'm thinking of. I mean, Mario music, really, like fighting a giant turtle. You're fighting a giant turtle with orange hair. So, all right, here we go. Day 7. Reign of Lord Grundy-Pundles. Sorry, Reign of Lord Grundy-Pundles. This reminded me a lot of Grant Kirkhope, so here we go. That was very N64 rare. Not just Banjo-Kazooie, but if anyone's ever played Conker's Quest or Conker's Bad Fur Day is the name that it was actually released under. The cutesy little squirrel game that ended up being, that was going to be one of Nintendo 64's first games, ended up being released as a twisted masterpiece of a video game. And that track reminded me of one of the boss fights that takes place in a sewer. And the boss is the sewage. So I'll just leave it there. But if you'd love to see one of the weirdest, funniest boss fights ever, look that one up. It is definitely was not a kid's game at all. It was so offensive. So good though. Yes, Levi is correct. I remember that song. First of all, I had a hard time beating that boss, so I heard that song a million times. And so I remember, I think, probably all the lyrics for that fight. Sung in an opera voice nonetheless. So great. Really cool. But this track, though, this track that we actually heard was excellent. I loved it. It is so reminiscent of that era, which I think is such a special era. And I think a really special genre of like that platformer. It's a very accessible, very kid-friendly kind of boss fight. Yeah, totally great. You should be sorry, Steer. You're interrupting me. All right. Moving on to our last track of the evening. We're already there. Last track of the evening. Mr. Matt Martin, Day 7. Let's give it a listen. Hopping over to Twitter for this one. Don't worry. I won't miss anything. Here we go. Whoa. Yes, that was awesome. I mean, that was for me, that was one I almost accidentally didn't see, and we found that one accidentally the last minute, and we're like, oh, so happy we didn't miss this one. I mean, the guitar work, amazing, and I really loved all the changes in it. And I just got hyperbeamed by Gyarados, so that's a shame. Yeah, you want? What? You liked it? Did you like it, bud? What did you think of it?
It was good.
It was good. What was good about it? It was kind of like that. Yeah, totally. Loved it. Oh yeah, Calvin knows all the. He knows all the Pokemon. What? I appreciate my wife was just trying to get them to throw up the devil horns. That's what she was just trying to teach them. So, yeah, R.I.P. You can't win against Hyper Beam. That's just Hyper Beam and Dragon Rage are just tough ones to beat. So, well, folks, that was a little bit different of a 7 days of VGM listening party. Definitely a different pace on my end of the microphone. But I hope everyone enjoyed it. And if you're watching the replay later, I hope you enjoyed it. If this is your first listening party that you're attending, welcome to my world. I won't apologize for it because I'm not sorry. And thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. For everyone who participated, thank you so much for participating in this month's challenge. And Holly Wife is going to grab all the links and post them here. Don't post them in Twitch, though, because they'll disappear. I'd post them. We'll send them out in an email. That'll probably be better for everyone. So we'll send them out in an email or we'll put them in the Facebook group or both. So thanks, everyone, so much. Again, if you are not a member, feel free to email me, dan@vgmacademy.com, if you have any questions about the Members Network. But otherwise, go to vgmacademy.com/free and join our little family. We're going to be, meeting with, we have an expert Q&A still to go this month and another one next month, which I'm really excited about. And if not that, then I hope to see you for next month's 7 days of VGM, starting on the 7th. So we'll see you then. Have a great night, everyone. I'm going to go chase my 2-year-old who just stole something from my desk and looked at me, made eye contact, so he knew, and I knew that he was doing it, and then he ran. So I'll go see what he just stole. Have a great night, everyone, and see you next time. Bye.